Very good morning, children. Children, today we'll discuss how can we calculate fringe width in Young's double slit experiment. So first of all, we must be familiar about what do you mean by fringe width. What is a width of bright fringe, and what is the width of dark fringe? Is there any difference between the magnitude of width of bright fringe and width of dark fringe? Is there any difference, or in both the cases width is same? So let us see how can we calculate fringe width. Means what will be the width of the fringe, and on which factor width which is formed on this screen, on which factor this width depends, that we have to calculate. So first of all, let us write down what do you mean by width of dark fringe. So width of dark fringe, so how can we calculate, and what will be the definition that we have to right. Okay, so width of bright fringe. So width of bright fringe, that is represented by W V. Actually, width of bright fringe is the difference between any two consecutive dark fringes. So let us write down the definition. The difference between any two consecutive, what type of fringes? Dark fringes is called WB. So let us find out what will be the width of difference between width of two consecutive dark. Yes, children, let us see. Difference between any two consecutive dark fringes is called width of bright fringes. Children, as we know that position of second dark fringe, position of second dark fringe, that is S2 dash is equals to 3 by 2 lambda capital D upon small d, and position of first dark fringe is how much? Lambda capital D upon 2 small d. In our previous class we have discussed and we have derived, already we have derived. So here we have to calculate what? Width of bright fringe. As per the definition, the difference between any two consecutive dark fringes. This is the position of second dark fringe, this one is the position of first dark fringe. So their difference will give the width of bright fringe. That is WB will be equals to x2 dash minus x1 dash. This will be is equals to 3 by 2 lambda capital D upon small d minus lambda capital D upon 2 small d. See, when you simplify, you will get, you can take lambda capital D upon small d common, and in bracket it what's left 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2, it will becomes 2 by 2, and finally we will get 1, that is lambda capital D upon small d, and this is equals to WB, and sometime it is also written as beta. Beta is nothing but it is very important equation, very important relation you may say, which gives the width of bright fringe. So width of bright fringe, you please always remember, that is lambda into capital D upon small d gives the magnitude of this width of bright fringes. This width, this width, this width, this width, and this is central bright, and this width, this width. Got my point? Very good. Similarly, let us define what do you mean by, so WB, what we have calculated, lambda capital D upon small d. Please remember. Now the last point of this Young's double slit experiment is, width of dark fringes. You can calculate the width of bright fringe by using a general form of dark fringes, that is x dash n and minus x dash n minus 1. Then again we'll get lambda capital D upon small d. Okay, width of dark fringes, and it is represented by WD. And this is, how can you define the difference between two consecutive for dark, difference between two consecutive bright fringes, bright fringes is called width of dark fringes. It is denoted by WD. See, children, as we know that the position of first bright fringe, that is x1, is equals to lambda capital D upon small d. Clear? This is the position of first bright fringe. Similarly, position of second bright fringe will be 2 lambda capital D upon small d. What will be the difference? That is WD will be is equals to x2 minus x1 here, 2 lambda capital D upon small d minus lambda capital D upon small d. Finally, we will get lambda capital D upon small d. This is what? This is WD. So WD is here again lambda capital D upon small d, means WD is again lambda capital D upon small d. So what we are here observing, the width, that is fringe width, in both the cases is same, whether the fringe is dark or bright, whether the interference is constructive or destructive. The width of the fringe which is formed on the screen remains constant, that is lambda capital D upon small d. So this is all about fringe width. Let us see one very small point, that is factors on which fringe width depends. Dear students, as we know that fringe width, that is beta, is equals to lambda capital D upon small d. So on which factor B depends? So by seeing this formula, that is beta is equals to lambda capital D upon small d, width, or you may write fringe width depends on number one, wavelength of monochromatic light, that is coherent sources, monochromatic light, and number two, it's also depends distance between slit and screen, that is capital D. Means when capital D, this separation is increases, then beta is also increases. Means fringe width also increases. When separation between slit and screen is increases, then this width